My dear viewers, welcome to Busy Bee from Germany. I'm Busy Bee from Germany. Today I would like to show you how to DIY your own free sewing pattern. I show you how you can create a top for your doll that you like. And I guarantee you this will fit your doll. It is not important which doll you have, it is only important that it is a female doll. Here's a little overview of what I plan to design with you in this video. I would like to thank Nanousan here because she is doing much better pictures than you find in any book about the Japanese exclusive Barbie and Frenzy dresses. So thanks here for letting me use your great pictures. My dear viewers, what we need today for our project is a little bit of grease-proof paper. I already prepared my sheets here. You can see I have 2 lines on my sheet, and I'm going to explain you in a sec why we have these lines. Then we need a marker to mark, and I have prepared here some tape. Some double-sided tape. And now let's start. Well, the top I want to create today is a little bit influenced by a Japanese Barbie style, a Japanese Barbie exclusive outfit made for Japan. So, how do we start? Now we attach it to the doll, and I want to only do a top today. And since we only do a top, we only need the pattern until here, and then we can cut off the rest. It's easier when your pattern is longer and then you simply cut, instead of making a pattern that is too short. So you see we have here the line in the middle, and here it's too long in the neck, and it's no problem. We can simply cut into our paper. Our problems disappear. So I want it to go here. Take another strip of my tape, and that's the point where we can start from. It's not important that we have it completely fixed on the body, it's just important that we have this line here attached to our line on the body, and then we can immediately start to design. You have already seen my design, and I wanted to give her a little bit of I don't want to make a tight neck. I give her some room and I simply paint. I also have here my shoulder marked. This is a first. And then we use the shoulder, and then we go to the armhole, and we have to use a little bit more than we would have to make the armhole fit to our pattern. And then I also cut away so that she can move her arm in a sack. And now you see, here's my arm. Oh, I think I have not cut wide enough. It's not always so easy because you don't always see it. So we want to meet the line here. Wait a sec, I just have to put this on the body so that it can't slip away. And I see we have here, so I just cut into the paper, I don't cut it away. I want to be sure that she can move her arm. So, and this is wide enough. This is here too long. I cut away from the side. It's no problem when you make the pattern longer than you need it to. So here we can really cut. This pattern part only goes up to here under her arm. So it's no problem. When you have wrinkles, they should disappear because the pattern is too long. So, and we, wait, stay in position, just to fix. And now what we can do is what I already showed you in one of my last videos. We simply cut here and then we can set the dart in any direction we want. And for this pattern, the original goes to this direction. So we have here on our top, on the top part, then we go down, then we mark the side. That's my breast point. And I mark here on the side. So that's the first part of the pattern. So we could duplicate it and then we would get a full pattern for the front. You see, it's not very complicated, it's really easy. And then we can hold it in position. So that's part one. Where I stopped with my front part, and now we take the second part that I prepared. So it's a bit too long here, no problem, we simply can cut away as much as we need. We only have to keep the lines on the paper. Here it's my back line that I use for making the pattern. Simply this line and the breast line that I used from the front. That are my two lines I need here for finishing my pattern on the back. So we start the same way that we did a sec ago. So I have here prepared some of my tape. Just make sure you have here the straight line. It does not go anywhere where it should not go. So you can also do this on a piece of fabric if you like. If you are preferring a piece of fabric, you can also do this with a piece of fabric. And since my pattern is here way too long again, I cut the excess away. So you can see here I want to go with the same direction like on the other side. And I can see here where my lines meet. I can tape. So, and then we have here the back, the shoulder seam, so, and we start the same way that we did it a minute before. So we have to cut for the armhole here too, so that we can mark it in a minute. It does not have to be pretty, it just have to be diagonal. I don't know exactly why it's a diagonal, but I'll see, it's too long here. We still have to cut a little bit. So I just need to overlap. They just need to overlap the two pieces here, and then we can attach them to each other. And I also do here my cuts only up to where her marking is, under her arm, and then we stop. And you see my fold here will be in the second dart in a sec. Just give me a sec. I have to start to mark my armhole here. Here's my armhole, and then we go down, down, down until we have the waist. And then what we could do is make a little seam here in the back, a little dart, that we can get a nice pattern. So let's mark this too. And I still need here her neckline. Just give me a sec. Here, mark it, and I'm able to see where I have to do it later. So next step is to take my pattern here off the doll. It can happen that some of your markings start to disappear too, but that's no problem. Just be careful when you take this off. This is no big thing. But since our pattern is a bit more complicated since the last time, I also did a pattern for Francie in the last month, which I'm going to link you above, so that the other top was easier, and that's why we needed less time. Here we needed a little bit more time because the pattern is a little bit more, I would not say complicated, but it is a little bit more challenging. So you can see that's our back part of the pattern. Let me show you this. Cutting it, it's very simple. You just keep it in your hand. You simply cut away the excess. That you have. Now all our little piece that we cut into pieces will disappear because we don't need them anymore. So, that's the back of our pattern. And then we can take off the front here too. So, and that's the front part that we just created. So, front part and back part for the Japanese exclusive dress that I want to do with you in the next weeks. My dear viewers, I hope you have learned something in this video and you know how to use your doll as a template now. I think it's much easier than create a pattern on a one-dimensional sheet of paper. So I hope you have fun with doing your own sewing patterns in the style you saw in my video. You can do any pattern you want. You just need an idea what you want to create, and then you grab your doll and start to design. It's nearly up to you what you do for design. Today we only had a top. Maybe we are going to do a skirt in the next video if you want me to. So I hope you like my little video. You share, like and subscribe and recommend me to your collector friends. See you in the next weeks. Your Busy Bee from Germany. Bye!